this on Facebook, and then I'll give you. I'll tell you how many suggestions, and then you just pick a number,
Right.
and then
Is my
based on
is
that
my
we
mic
do like what's that?
is the mic okay? Just
Oh
so
yeah,
like you. Okay, good. Sometimes
yeah.
it acts up. Okay, good.
I think it's great.
Right, give me a number.
And then we let's see. And then you could play however you want. A lot of these have been like mono scenes, like real time.
Hmm.
But you don't have to do for these. You don't have to do real time. You could do if you want to do multiple scenes, like however you want to play it. I'm cool with that. So if you want to bounce
Okay.
around or whatever. This is basically like whatever, yeah, whatever inspires you.
All right. Great.
Uh, and then at about 10 minutes, I'll look for an out,
Hmm.
and then that's it. And we have a little talk. I like to have a little talk afterwards, just to like kind of see how things are going or like what you're working on. But we have pick a number 1 to 62.
Nice. Let's do 51.
All right, 51. Here we go. All right. So 62, 61, 60, 59, 8, 7, oh, 57. I'm counting backwards now. I can
Believe
do
you.
this. I can do this.
I believe in you.
3, 2, 51. This comes from Kristen Brooks, and the suggestion is why? Just why? That's the suggestion is why? Just why?
Great.
Thanks, Kristen.
I understand a lot of things,
Okay.
but this one I don't get why anyone would do such a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to understand like motivations, right?
Right. Usually I can very easily go into the other person's perspective and see how this happens. And
So,
especially someone, that so that's so close to you.
well, take a look at, I mean, just take a look again.
Okay.
And look. It's just a mustache, all right? And I I don't want to say why I grew it, but just what do you know?
I'm really trying, Peter. I'm really trying so hard, but I don't see the reason
All right,
why you would. It's not even November. It's why would you do such a thing?
all right, wait, close your eyes. All right, I'm gonna come in, okay? Open them up.
Okay, you coming into the room,
Yeah.
it changes the situation we're in, but it doesn't change how atrocious this looks,
I mean,
Peter. And
I know.
you've grown it to a point where it's here. That's why you didn't want to see me for 5 months, just so you
Yeah.
could grow it. I thought that there was something important going on. I thought your father had cancer or something, but you just wanted to grow a mustache?
I didn't want you to see me in the stages of mustache. All right, I wanted you to see it
The end
at its
result.
at its peak.
And I love you and support you in whatever
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
So I will not leave you for this, of course, but I will also not kiss you. Or, I have,
It
like,
tickles.
there's a boundary. I bet it does.
How about how about we just kiss me, close your eyes, kiss me, and if it bothers you, then
It's already bothering me, Peter. What? Was it supposed to be a present for me? Or was it like a self-care thing for you?
Well,
Is there a contest?
I think it's both. I think first off, I thought, hey, you know what? I think Delia, I think she could really use this because it's almost like dating a new dude, right? It's almost like, oh, I've been so conservative my whole life. I've done
Yeah.
everything by the book. I've taken no risks whatsoever. So I thought, and you know
Right.
what? I remember we talked a lot about Magnum PI, and you love Tom Selleck. You love him. You loved him on Friends. You loved him in his movies. And I thought maybe I could be your Tom Selleck. And I got, I thought, well, if I can't grow hair, if I'm bald, then maybe I can grow at other places. And I mean,
What a joke that you can't grow hair on your head, but you can grow so much.
it's a curse, right? It's a curse by God.
It's a curse. It is a curse. I wish it was the
I grow hair everywhere. It comes out everywhere.
except for your head.
Except for the head. It's like,
I think you look very pretty.
thank
With
you.
the bald head. Yeah, I always thought that suited you really well. But oh God, I love those nights where we were just dreaming about doing exciting things, but not doing them. Just like sitting. You remember when we were sitting on the sofa? What was it, 5 years ago? And we actually had friends on in the background.
Yeah.
And we had this catalog of Madrid, and we saw this beautiful route that you could take, and we were talking about it so much. But then we had our socks on and our PJs, and we could just go to bed afterwards. That was really exciting for me.
Oh, so talking about it was more exciting.
It was so great. It was such a great time for me. Like, Madrid has Spanish people and not our language and not our food, and I would be helpless in Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think you want me to shave the old mustache.
I wish I could get behind this. I've known you for so long, and the fact that you did this is just, I feel like I don't know you anymore. Peter, read the room.
Oh, sorry. This thing. You're right. I mean, this thing's got a mind of its own. I don't feel like this is me. I feel like I've got this unearned confidence right now, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, oh God, I feel like such a bad wife saying that I don't like you with confidence. Of course I like you with confidence. I want you to be confident, but just don't go out there and making huge life decisions without me. I feel like you're leaving me behind. I feel like you'll be in Madrid next week.
Hold that thought. Just give me a second. I want your honest truth. All right?
Oh my God.
I want you to be honest with me.
I will. You know I'm always honest with you. Peter.
Is this, be honest, does this do anything for you?
God. Now you look rich. You look rich and confident. You could be a chef or you could smoke cigars. Peter! Stop making out with me!
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be time for a change, and I do feel different, but I don't feel like myself.
Do you feel like I'm being what's that saying, a ball and chain? Do you feel like I'm holding you back from becoming the confident rich cigar smoking Madrid person that you want to be?
No, I feel, well, I'll be honest. I feel like you're actually keeping me to be the person I'm comfortable and confident with, not this external confidence that I just don't feel comfortable. I mean, is this is ridiculous. I feel ridiculous.
I don't want you to say that just because you want to
No.
me, because if you want to fly, I don't want to be your anchor. I want you that I know that a plane doesn't have an anchor, but I'm not coming up with a good metaphor.
It
Please.
works. No, it works. Hey, you're right.
Fly
You,
that mustache if you want to.
no,
If you want to be free, you know.
but here's the thing. I'm free with you. I feel that's what I feel with this. I feel like this is an anchor for me. It hurts so much. My skin is so raw. It's so sensitive right now. I just want to get rid of it. Can I
Are you
get rid
sure?
of it? Yes.
You invested 5 months in this. Are you sure you want to? You don't like it?
Look. It's raw underneath it. My skin is so sensitive.
Yes, it looks really, really bad.
It hurts.
It looks like it hurt. It hurts my eyes as well.
I love you. I'm gonna shave it right now.
I love you too. I don't want you to shave it just because you love me. I want you to shave it because you hate it just as much as I do.
I hate it, and it's very painful. It hurts so much.
Okay, shave it off, and maybe next time I'll go to the grocery store like 2 blocks from here. Okay, and we'll go and we'll see the park this time. I promise. I can grow too.
Hey, tonight
Yeah.
you want to watch
Yeah.
Friends?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd love to.
Scene. Oh my God! I love that you picked up on it and you were just there the whole time. That was so fun.
What a weird thing to be centered around. That's
Well,
great. Fun.
I drew a little bit from my own reality in that whenever I've tried to grow a mustache, which it is very, for me, my skin is so sensitive. It gets even a beard. I tried to grow a beard like when I was in Copenhagen,
Yeah.
and it was just so painful for me. It hurt my skin so much. It's
Wow.
so bad. It's so
You ever gotten over that awkward stage where it's just stubble and you've grown into like a full beard?
yeah,
Does it still itch?
yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, then
100%.
that's
Watch dudes with beards. A lot of times they're going like they're doing this stuff or whatever. It's like because it itches. And I remember talking to friends and I'm like, does that ever go away? And they're like, nah, you get used to it. I'm
I'll live with it.
like, ugh. So yeah, I don't think I can or have a desire anymore to want to grow a mustache or a beard. I think the idea to be like ironic or silly is fun, but I think like following through on it, mm-mm.
Mm. Yeah, I understand. Comfort is always a little bit higher than than anything else, actually.
Now,
For me.
how did you get into improv? Like what got you in like your first classes or shows? Like how'd that happen?
It's a it's a little bit of a longer story, but I'll try to keep it short. I met a girl when I was dancing, and I was dancing on my own at a concert. It was really fun, and I like dancing silly sometimes, so not like pretty dancing, which is like stupid. And she did the same, and so at some point she waved me over to like dance with her, and then we just danced together. And at the end of the night, we exchanged numbers, and we just became friends. And she invited me to her birthday, like right after that, which was really crazy. And I went, and I was one of 4 guests, I think. So it was a tiny circle of birthday people. And then she was actually an acting student, and they do improv exercises for warm-up. And so she was like, who wants to play improv with me? And I was like, yes, me. I've always wanted to try that, and I've always thought it looked fun on TV and stuff. And the other 3 were like, nah, we're just going to watch. And so I think we played a genre game. And oh my God, I remember I played and the people were laughing their asses off. And in me, it was like, I arrived. Like, this is
Yes.
what I'm supposed to do with my life. I've never had a passion before, but that was like the moment I found it. That was like, oh. And I immediately Googled stuff, and there was a class that was for free, just like people meeting up in my university. So I joined that, and it was just for fun. It was just short form, just people teaching each other what they've already learned. And it was really, really fun, a very low pressure thing, like to get into improv. No real class, no long form, no actual like pressure or anything. Actually, no shows even. It was like one show in a semester to show what you learned, kind of. And we were always the best because half a year of guitar is not as great as half a year of improv learning. So improv was always ours. And then, 2016, well, that was 2011 I got into it, I think. And then 2016 I went to IO, and that's when it became more serious, basically, or more intense for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing that like just the chance to meet that you went to the same event and that happened. It's almost like I don't think a lot of things are of chance. I think certain things do happen for a reason, and that was one of those that propelled you into this, like you said, this passion you have right now.
I'm pretty sure I would have found improv another way. I just can't imagine improv not finding me. But this was a perfect way of finding it.
Don't you think, like, for you, that was the perfect way?
It was great. Yeah, that was definitely wonderful. I wasn't even supposed to be on that concert. I just walked past it and I saw it and it was for free, so I went in. So it was just like everything was by chance, this entire thing.
And are you doing like since everything's been happening? How much online improv have you been doing or teaching, or have you been? I mean, we talked a little bit beforehand about like you're writing a musical, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really in the baby stage, so not very. Don't make that public yet.
All right, everyone, ignore that. I didn't say anything. You're not writing anything.
Yeah, I've been in the beginning. We did one little session with my one group, and I taught one workshop, and then I taught one class over 6 weeks, which was just a bummer because there were 3 people, and most of the time not all 3 showed up, and it was, aside of that, it was just also not great teaching online because the eye contact, the physical contact, the trust that you want to build with a new class, you can't build that with just a screen, you know? And so I kind of took a step back from improv, and I don't watch a lot of online improv, and I don't do a lot of online improv. And I really super miss it.
And it's, I think like there are a couple camps with improvisers in this situation. And I think definitely like we got into improv for that connection, right? We got into improv for the energy of like the audience and your classmates or your teammates and the group. And I mean, you cannot replicate that in the virtual space. You just can't.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, you know how many people I just hug when this is the first move that I can do on stage? Especially if I haven't seen my group in a while and it's the first time we play again, we just always have a group hug in some scene at some point, just because we have to. And just any physical play, climbing up on stuff, or just feeling the audience even, that's very special. Also, seeing myself, I try to not look at myself at all, but still, like, seeing myself while I play, it's like,
right? You're like, wait, do I look like that? I don't think I look like that, but I'm looking at myself and it's like, oh my God, I look like that.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think like getting back at some, and we talked a little bit about that, is like at some point it'll return to like more of a sense of familiarity for us. And until then, just this is one way I think that to find connection. Like you and I haven't seen each other in a couple years, like face to face, I don't think.
No, last year I took your workshop in LA.
Oh
But
yeah.
1 year. So that's a long time.
So yeah, that was like very fortunate, but now with the virtual element, it's like, oh, we could try and give this a shot, even though we aren't in the same space, and then just see what works or what doesn't.
It's really crazy because this possibility was there before,
Always.
but this really propelled the whole online movement. And I was like, oh, I have friends all around the world. I could do improv with these people, or I could just talk to these people. I never just Skyped people from another country, you know.
Yeah.
It's just, but yeah, it's very possible, and I think that's definitely a good thing. And I'm gonna ask at least the Annoyance, because I've been taking their class. I'm going to ask them to please keep doing that after COVID ends,
Yeah.
because I think that's such a great opportunity to not have to spend $1,000 or $2,000 to fly there, plus the class and everything, and living there and everything. It's just so great to take an Annoyance class from my living room. That's such a pleasure. And so yeah, I hope that some theaters will keep that going.
I think honestly, I think it will continue to be a part of it. It's the percentage, right? It's like right now it's 100% online. I think it'll settle in, and I think it'll be like if you know, it'll be like 30-40% available online, and then hopefully getting back to like the in person, because that's, I think that energy you can't, like we were talking about, you can't replicate that. But having, like you said, not having to spend $2,000 to fly, find a place to live, enjoy it, instead of being able to just turn on your laptop or your, you know, hit up your phone and then pick something and pick the brain of one of those teachers that you don't have to lay out as much money for. I think that's definitely a benefit of what's been happening.
Exactly, totally. And I have some things going on, private things via computer, via Zoom or Skype or whatever, and those things would not happen if we didn't meet online. Even if it's people that are all from my city, it still takes me half an hour to get there.
Yes.
And I wouldn't every week. I wouldn't spend 2 hours every Tuesday to get to my friend for like a crazy meetup. But with the Skype session, I hardly ever missed one meetup, and I enjoy it a lot. And so yeah, that's definitely, it has some positive parts to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, in the gray cloud, you look for any bit of a silver lining, and of course everything that's happening. But you look and you go, okay, well, the fact I don't have to drive and park, I mean, that's a big advantage right now of what's going on.
I can stay in my PJs for such a big proportion of my life. So
Right? Just from this part up, I just got to be dressed.
I'm wearing pajamas right now.
Well, if people want to connect with you, like, what's the best way to do it? Like, through, you know, I'm talking like social media. Like, is it?
Yeah. Well, personally, it would just be my Facebook. I think that would be the easiest. But I'm also on Instagram and TikTok by the same name. But the TikTok isn't worth it, I think. And then since I teach improv in Germany, it's called Living Room Improv, and that's on Facebook too and Instagram.
And are you starting those class? Like, are those going currently?
No, I might start in September, but you never know.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Yeah. It might be better then, but it might also not. So I definitely can't tell. Yeah.
It's kind of like, well, I mean, the plan is that, but as we know, the plan constantly changes. So it's moment to moment.
Exactly. So yeah, I would probably just post it on the Facebook page if anything new comes up or happens. Yeah.
Well, you are always a joy to play with. I think you just fucking get it. I really do. I think, like, as an improviser, it's like when I watch you and I play with you, it's like, you're just so fun, and you have such a great energy, and you're always like the dancing, the silly dancing. I think that's part of this improv thing, is you're always doing the constant silly dancing. And so I had so much fun. Thanks for taking time out to play.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah, it was really, really fun. I love playing with you too. This was the first time we really actually played together. So that was really great. Yeah.
I can't wait to do it again, whether it's this again or in person, either one.
Yeah, me too. And if you do a workshop, let me know, because like you've been definitely one of my top teachers. I really enjoyed the workshop with you.
Oh, you're the best. And I enjoy like playing with you and being, watching you in those workshops too. It's always like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I feel bad because I don't really feel like I have notes for you because I'm like, I don't know, just do more of what you're doing. It's great.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh, I miss it. All right. Well,
Uh,
hopefully soon we'll get to play in real life.
yeah. I'll talk to you soon, my friend.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye, Jay.